Alrighty, hello YouTube. Handheld Guru 97 back here again today with another game review. Today I'll be reviewing the Atari Lynx game, Warbirds, released in 1991 for the Atari Lynx. Some people complain, and are often state in the reviews, there aren't a lot of games for the Atari Lynx. Well, there is a lot of games. There's about 120. But some say, well, there's not enough good games. Well, there are good games. They're just not great games. But there are a lot of good games, and here's one of the ones I'm pretty sure you'll think is, well, that I think is a great game. It's very fun, and probably one of my favorite Lynx games. California games might just have it beat out by a shy margin, just because it's so easy to pick up and play. But we're here to talk about Warbirds. As you can see by the cartridge cover and manual, it is a World War I flight simulator game that you can lynx up 1 to 4 players and have a dogfight against them. Pretty straightforward, simple, effective. This is not a kind of game that you would see on, well, the Game Boy, or even the Game Gear. You would only find this experience on a Lynx. And the unfortunate thing is the Lynx was not that popular. But we'll be reviewing this one either way. Okay. As you can see, it's quite loud. Got some opening credits. Okay. This is where you can customize your stuff. As you can see, you can pick how much ammo you want. For the sake of the review, we will do unlimited. You can also choose how much damage you want with... Okay, here's the ammo rounds first. 800, 400, 200, and unlimited. We'll do unlimited for now. Minimal damage, tournament damage. I'm trying to adjust the brightness. Hope you guys can see this pretty well. Tournament damage, critical damage. For this, we'll do minimal damage. No collisions or collisions, straightforward. If you ram yourself into a plane, you will crash and blow up. We'll do no collisions for the course of this, and unlimited lives. You've got the pick from 1, 2, and 3, and unlimited. We'll just start with unlimited. And you can use either dueling start, where you face off with the plane, like it's coming at you, you're coming at it. Pretty cool. Or random start. We'll start with dueling start, just so we can get the action underway. Flight simulator is, and there are 2 modes here. Flight simulator and arcade action. Flight simulator is more of like what it would feel like if you flying a real World War I airplane, according to the manual at least. And arcade action is more of a modern airplane. We'll do flight simulator because I prefer that one over the other one. Okay, and then you've got some missions. Milk Run, Red Baron, Double Team, Passive Glory, Pair of Aces, and the Swarm. Not too many, but it's a good amount from what it's there. And you can make them as easy or as difficult as you want. If you have unlimited damage and all that good stuff, you're probably gonna be well off. Let's see. I'm gonna try and look up the controls here before we start, but we'll start on Milk Run. Let me pause this. Alrighty. Okay. You can cut your motor on purpose by pressing option 1. You'll need to press option 1 again. When you're closer to the hangar, press option 2 to indicate you want to land. Oh. Okay. Cool. Alright. So, just read the controls there, just so I wouldn't remember what they did. And even if you are still a Nintendo fan or Sega fan and you want to argue that the Game Boy has better games, or this, it does have better games, but you're not going to get something like this on the Game Boy. I mean, just look at this. I mean, it's primitive by today's standards, but it's very nice looking by the prior standard. So controls are A button to shoot, B button you can use to look around you, and I love these little segments because it makes it look so nice. And D-pad, of course, is to control your plane. Now I'm going to try something here in just a minute. I doubt it's going to work. It's a nice cloud effect. We're going to try and get some more action in here, but there's your hangar where you can land and refuel if you've got ammo. I'm not sure if it will work here. Turn off your engine. Okay. As we get closer, you can indicate. As you can hear, there is no in-game music, but that's fine because they already switched on. Option 2. Okay, that's what happens if you don't know how to land an airplane. As you can see, I don't know how to land my airplane. Hope you guys can see this pretty well. It's kind of hard with the Lynx to get a perfect image. To tilt it a bit here and there just to try and get everything, but I am playing through the viewfinder so you guys can be well aware that I know kind of what I'm doing. As you can see, this tool can be quite useful if you know where they're shooting from. There it is. Alright. Where'd he go? There it is. Aha. Now I've got you. Milk Run is the easiest mission, of course. Also, if you set unlimited damage on yourself, it's also set on your enemies. Please be aware of that. We did not. We set it on minimal, just so I could end the game. I really like the graphics in this game. It's nice, it's bright, it's impressive. It's not something you'd see on a Game Gear, or, of course, the Game Boy, but not something you'd see on a Game Gear. I mean, maybe later in its life. There he goes. Okay. Ah, darn it. I'm pretty sure he doesn't want to die just so I can let this review drag out for longer periods of time. Oh, sorry about that. I couldn't see that there for a minute. There we go. Haha. So it is first person. I like that quite a bit. It's not something... It's unique. You didn't see a lot of first-person games back in the old days. I mean, towards the beginning of the 90s, you saw more first-person shooters. But still. I like the sound effects as well. I'm just going to try and make small talk until I shoot this dude out of the sky. Come on, dude, I want you to down. I want you down. Should have set it on, like, maximum damage, and then I would have lost. And he would have won. If collisions had been on, I would be dead, and he wouldn't. Can be frustrating to shoot down your opponent at times. At times it can take less than a few seconds. Others it can take quite an ordeal of time. So that's a nice little feature about it. It can distract you for 5 minutes, it can distract you for 10. And at the rate this review is going, it looks like it's going to be 10 for me. I was hoping to finish it by 5, but... oh, there he is. And if you're wondering why I'm turning so slow towards the left, it's because of how World War I planes were designed, I believe. At least that's what the manual said something. Yeah, I shot him out of the sky. As you can see, it turns on fire and does that. Then it shows you a picture of you and how many air victories you've had. I had 1. Now, I'll turn the brightness back up so you guys can see that. According to the manual, you can get up to... oh, it's at the back. Alright, if you get 0 air victories, you get the title of target. If you get all the way up to 99, you get Ace of Aces. So it can be a... you can play this for a long time, I'll say that much. I haven't ever gotten to 99, but maybe you have. If you have, please tell me, and tell me how long you were playing that for, because you probably would need an EC adapter for that. Okay, and then if you want to continue playing, you hit option 1, and then you hit option 2 to exit, I believe. See? There we go. That's right. And that's about it. It's pretty much to it. We don't need to go over too much more. So let's talk about Warbirds. Let's wrap it up and summarize Warbirds here. So... it is a showcase title kind of for your Lynx. I mean, if you want to, back in the 90s, I mean, if you had a friend who maybe had a Sega or even the more popular Game Boy, and you're one of those lucky kids who got their parents to get them a Lynx for Christmas or something, you're like, hey, see that screen? That screen sucks. I'm going to show you this. And just pop this cartridge in and go, wow! And also you can wow the people with the amazing speakers, because the speakers are loud on this, and even though there's only the title screen music, victory music, and menu music, you can wow them with that. Fun game. It's a very fun game. So let's go over pros, cons, and all that good stuff. Some of the pros are, it is a multiplayer game, which means, and there are a good amount of them for the Lynx, but this would be a very fun one to play multiplayer. I haven't played multiplayer, but if you have, leave some comments and tell me how good it is, or how bad it is. I don't really know, but I've heard good things about it. Single player campaign, it's not huge, but it's not small, and that's a good thing. It's nice, it's a nice, easy pick-up-play game. You can go up against just one pilot on Red Baron or something, or you could just go up against a few, the Swarm, if you wanted to. It's relatively common. It was bundled with the Lynx Model 2, I believe, in 1992-ish, I believe it started getting bundled with it. So it's fairly common, but it's going to run you about anywhere from $8 to $15. Not bad. Not a bad price for a game like this. Graphics are good. What music's there is good. I can't believe they've managed to fit music on this cartridge. The cons are there's no high score save on this, of course, because these cartridges are so thin that you can't really save anything on them. It's a little downer. The Lynx is a rare console, so it's going to be hard to get people together for multiplayer, but really that's about it. Those are really the only cons I can think of. So overall, I give this game an 8.5 out of 10. Fun game for your Lynx, and I would definitely check it out if I were you. Very, very fun game. Alright, thank you for watching YouTube, and I hope you guys check out my other videos, and I'll see you all later. Stand up.